Hello. If you're in a position where you have decided and you've left your narcissist and you are now alone in life, you're sitting alone night after night, it's more disheartening for some people than it is for others. Not everyone embraces being alone like I do and flourishes in that environment. Some people are very used to having somebody by their side and they would like a partner, and I've had friends, they're active on an active search. If they break up, they want somebody else. To take the time and be alone is, of course, what I've spoken of, that's the best journey for me. And what you have to end up learning when you do that is that the loneliness, even if it's palpable, you have to get through it and experience it. Because true life works that way, yes? I mean, and I say you have to eat the loneliness. You have to doctor it up, put salt and pepper on it, slice it up, and just eat it. It has to be. Someone is not, I say this in a funny way, but someone's not going to show up at your door when you're longing for company, or when you're missing somebody, or when you're hurting, or when you're bored, or you're craving someone. They just don't. There's not a knock on your door to a person that you're wanting to see. No one is coming. You sit alone, you do. Night after night after night. That's real life. And weeks and months and years can go by for some people. But I've been binge watching, as you know. I binge watch things. And I will not say the programs in which I have found these things, but it can be a little aggravating when you watch the star of the show who is leaving her person, and the writers, God bless them, nobody's going to watch a show about somebody where nothing ever happens for that person, of course, but my God, I've seen it so much portrayed on TV, where the person has, every time she turns around, there's another guy. Every time! No matter what situation she's in. She goes out with her friends for the first time, it's the bartender. Her kid goes into sports, it's the coach. You know what I mean? Like, there's a business partner, there's a client, there's, it's TV, it's movies. That doesn't happen that way. That every single time you feel like company, there's a knock on your door in your own home, and oh, it's the gorgeous guy you met 3 days ago and he found you. That doesn't happen. And I'm not here to tell you that it's doom and gloom. It isn't. But I don't want you to ever feel like what you're watching in TV is going to happen. There aren't an endless supply of connections with whom we can hook up and band-aid our loneliness. No, you have to eat your loneliness and deal with it like an adult who's not in a TV or movie that has it written in for them that they're going to get a reprieve or relief from somebody knocking on their door, or finding them, or seeking them out, or being there right at the right moment that she felt like seeing them. Boom, they show up. Are you kidding me? Don't get me wrong, I eat these shows up, I love them. But I want to make sure that nobody's getting confused. Like, where's my guy? Why isn't my... I know a girl who's been single 5 years. Beautiful girl, intelligent girl, successful girl, 5 years. Because she has standards for herself. And she's not just going to take the first person that comes along and decide, well, I'd rather not be alone, so all right, he looks good. And it's not a TV or a movie where Prince Charming is showing up at her door, knocking on her door saying, here I am. I mean, I just feel like somebody needs to tell people that it is night after night after night after night. And you sit day after day and morning after morning, and you're alone, and you're waking up alone, and you're eating alone, and you're going to bed alone, and it's alone. I love it. And I'm not trying to scare you to run back to your narcissist. Oh my God, no. What I am trying to say is I want you to be clear on what you should expect. You're not going to turn right around and find, the gorgeous guy who's going to come in, or girl, and make everything better. These are writers who write this for TV and screen. Is it real life? No. But of course, like I said, no one's going to watch a show about someone sitting there for 5 years with no date and no action and no, you know what I mean? So I get it. But my God, I'm sorry, but I need to report reality to you. And I want you to be clear on that and not make you afraid. Embrace it. Takes a while. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It takes a minute because you're thinking, oh my God, okay, every morning of your life, you might have been married 10 years to this narcissist. So even though they were a pain in the arse, you woke up every morning and they were there. It was a comfort level. You had the coffee together. Okay, have a good day, have a good day. You had dinner together when they came home. You went to bed together in the same house. You had companionship. But was it good companionship? I would rather have time alone to do whatever it is that you want to do. And 2020 was a year where a lot of people were alone. We were all quarantined, and people are doing puzzles, and they're trying to work out, or maybe not working out. People drank and got fat, or they worked out and did. People handled Corona. I see all different things of people making jokes of how they handled 2020. But if there's anything that I think is that a lot of people were isolated. Of course, not that I think. It's been, people are isolated. They can't visit as much. So if that's you, use that as a springboard going forward. We've all gotten used to being a little more alone than we ever were before 2020. Because in my life for 53 years, we've never had anything like that happen. So there's an automatic isolation built into 2020 because of the whole quarantine. Use that as a springboard. Did you hate it that much? Yes, I did, Renee. I hate it. I'd rather be with my narcissist dysfunctionally than be alone. If that is your opinion, then that is your opinion. And I'm not here to try to change your opinion. I am, however, going to try to say to you that you can look at your own company as being company that you want to keep. And separate yourself from negative things that are bringing you down. I want you to have a fully realistic view, though, that going forward, it may not be that the very first time your girlfriends take you out, you're going to meet a guy. Oh my God, that's the movies or the TV. Oh yeah, that was beautiful. I saw that in a TV show. Very first time she decides to go out, boom. She meets a gorgeous guy. They do the thing. She's relieved a little bit. Are you nuts? That doesn't happen like that. You might go out with your friends for 10 years and never meet anybody. But so what? Enjoy the experience of going out with your friends. Don't make it be about meeting somebody. Don't make it be about meeting somebody. Make it be about you going out and listening to music, having friends, reconnecting with people, having a conversation with a stranger in a place. It doesn't mean that you're going to get together. Enjoy a stranger. Just start talking to them. It's hard these days, I understand, but we're all maybe getting vaccinated now. The world hopefully is going to start to open up again with all of this business, and we all maybe will be out there again shortly, talking to strangers, learning from each other. Have a fruitful experience without it having to be connected to you connecting to someone. There are endless experiences to have in the world without it being a romantic connection to somebody. I just want you to be prepared, because that loneliness is a lot for some people once you leave your narcissist, and they don't know how to handle it. And like I said, you just have to eat it. You have to eat it. Put some salt and pepper on it. My brother says stuff like that. You got to eat it. Use it about stuff he talks about. You got to just doctor it up and make yourself handle it with grace. Get into things that you like, and try not to let it bring you down to the point that you're tempted to go back. Because no, I just can't. I've never been alone before. I don't know how to do this, Renee. Learn. You know what you like. What would be the way that you would want to be spending your time if your narcissist was with you? You would be fighting and stuff. So now if they're not, what is the way that you would have been wanting to spend your time when you were with the narcissist? Probably not fighting. Were there things you wanted to do that they didn't want to do? So go do them. You might say, well, theater is dark, Renee. I can't go to the theater. I can't. Okay, so figure other things out. I think of theater because I'm happy that New York is starting to open again. The news was on this week, and I saw that. So that's why theater's on my mind. I'm a big theater goer, have been for 40 years. I'm very excited about New York. Sidebar. But whatever it is that you like, you need to now embrace for yourself. And through doing things that you like, you may end up meeting your next person in an organic way. Through doing something that you like, they might be doing that same thing, which means, boom, you have something in common. But I don't want you thinking and betting it's going to be the next night you go out with your friends. Just enjoy your friends. Don't make it be about, oh, am I going to meet someone tonight? And have your eyes scan the room the whole time that you're not even present with your friends. Embrace everything that life has. Be with your children. Reconnect with your parents. Reconnect with friends. Reconnect with family. There's a lot of things that you can do for yourself that has nothing to do with meeting another person. Which, I'm telling you, TV, big screen and small, they really make people who break up look like they're going to find somebody else right away. And I just want you to know real life isn't like that. That's all I wanted to let you know. And it's okay. It's all right to take a beat and get your stuff together and enjoy your own space. Sit there alone and say to yourself, what do I like to do? I don't even know. You might not even know. You might have been in a relationship so long and guided by your narcissist to do things that they like for so long that you maybe never even developed what you liked to do. And you might not have any idea. Well, figure it out. Take a bike ride. Before you know it, you might be in a cycling club that goes 50 miles 3 times a week. There are a million things out there that might pique your interest. So get online, type in the words, and try to figure out what it is that you think you'll be interested in going forward. And stop waiting for someone to knock on your door or meet them out. That's not going to happen. It may. I don't mean to say that's not going to happen. But stop betting on that happening like they show in the movies. Or like you're going to look cute and bump into your ex. Yeah, like that ever happens. It never happens. And if it does happen, you're not going to look cute in a $3,000 dress when you bump into your ex. Like in the movies. Come on. You're never going to bump into anybody when you're looking cute, or you're probably never going to bump into anybody anywhere. If you play your cards right, you don't want to. You want to create your own space now. You're alone. Bask in it. You got to eat the loneliness. You got to eat it. And be with it and be friends with it until your next phase of life comes along. And it will reveal itself to you and you'll feel it. And that's when you can still embrace your loneliness and know that forevermore, if you ever are alone, whether you're in a relationship or not, if they go on a business trip or they go away on a hunting trip or they whatever, you're alone, you'll be fine and you'll love it because you ate this loneliness and you tackled it and you learned to like it. That's what you got to do.